You are now listening to the iWalter Show. Real talk about nothing.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. Look, up in the sky, it's a bird brain, it's a plane, it's iWalter. Yes, it's iWalter, strange visitor from another planet who came to Earth with powers and abilities far beyond those of mortal men. iWalter, who can change the course of mighty rivers, bend ears with his annoying voice, and who, disguised as Walter Interranti, mild-mannered janitor for a great metropolitan newspaper, fights a never-ending battle for truth, nonsense, and the American way. And now, another exciting episode in the adventures of iWalter.
Hey, folks, this is Walter again. I apologize. I honestly didn't think I was going to be back tonight, but I decided there was something I forgot because there's been a lot of problems with, I wanted to say iTunes, GarageBand. It looks like actually I might be going back because I was done my show for tonight. Now I forgot one of my main points amongst many things, so that's why I'm here now. Because I'm actually, when I'm down the shore, I just made a ritual out of this. That's why I'm actually extending my show a little slightly longer. I know it's all in shambles tonight because I'm actually, it shut off at least 4 or 5 times tonight doing my podcast, and so I apologize about that. But I made it a ritual now almost. It's kind of funny that I'm down here because it's mainly all I could get in the on TV when I go away, or at least when I'm down at Cape May County at the hotel we've stayed at for the past 20 years. And for the last, I would say 5 or 10 years, I just got to the point it was like, well, there's nothing on the regular channels. I get bored of the news and stupid TV shows that on the networks that are down in Philly and Jersey. They're pretty much the same. So I basically decided, like, what the hell, I'll just watch the Disney Channel. And I think that really hit me doing that down in Cape May years ago, believe it or not, when this first started. When I turned it on, it was like, hey, what's this show? Because it reminded me of a show when I was a kid, which was reruns then, too. This show called The Monkees. And it reminded me of this. It was on Disney. It was not The Monkees, though. It was actually that show called The Jonas Brothers. And it was like, wow, this is really funny, and it kind of reminds me of that. So, you know, I just kind of went in that direction of like, okay, I made a ritual of just watching some of the shows because they're pretty funny. One friend says, you know, that's for kids, but trust me, my one friend, Todd, his girlfriend used to watch like Disney. She watched Hannah Montana and stuff and laughed like a goofball about it. I did too. So I just continue in that direction that I also, just kind of like really enjoy the shows that are on Disney, especially when away. I like these nonsense shows, whatever. And I was thinking about it because some of these shows I've seen, like if I could get a dream job, it would probably be, I'm going to join this too, so please, I hope people, like when I say, okay, I'm signing off, they kind of realize, wait, this show's like still going on. So I'll just put in my what do you call it, for the show, title or whatever. But, yeah, what was I going to mention? Like, there's people, like, adults. It was funny. There was this one show, I mentioned this probably before, where I'm trying to think right now. This one guy played the brother of Miley Cyrus on the show of Hannah Montana. Now, it was funny because this guy looked like he was 18 years old. Well, at the time, he was like actually 30 or 31, playing like a 16, 17-year-old. Because he's like one of these people, he just looks like a kid, even in his early 30s. So it was pretty funny. And I can't remember the actor's name, but he got, actually, when she stopped wanting to do it, they made sure that this actor got another job. I think it was on something called Disney XD or something. So he's still working. The guy's got to be in like 36, 37 now. Always playing like a person only that's in his teens or 20s. And there's some other actors, they always get, because of their age, they're probably like in their 30s or 40s, they get casted as parent figures. And I'm like thinking to myself, you know what? I would take a job like that, being a parent on one of these Disney shows or something else. And you're probably saying, you're crazy. Well, no, the reason is, for those who don't have perverted minds, it's because you're guaranteed a job for life. And they're actually something I would enjoy doing. Because there's this one woman, she was really funny. She was actually on Nickelodeon for years. Yeah, I think it was Nickelodeon. It was on iCarly. And she played the mom of the one kid on the show who was very obsessed with her son, that she played an overprotective mom. Well, obviously, iCarly's been off for a couple years. So this lady's finally landed the job on a different show with Disney, which I think Disney and Nickelodeon are two different things. But, you know, if you get into, you know, the Disney franchise, even on these, you know, kid shows, you're guaranteed a job pretty much for the rest of your life. It's up to you if you want to continue working for the company. But, I mean, it would only make sense to do so because I'm like looking now, they also own Star Wars. They own Marvel Comics, you know, the Marvel comic franchise and movies. You're an idiot that turned out a golden job that I would think would, you know, you're set for, you know, for life on something you would enjoy doing. It wouldn't be in a job. Isn't that what work should be? It should be something that it doesn't feel like you're going to a place you don't really like. It should be something that you're doing you're doing something, you're making money, you know, in a career, but it doesn't feel like you're going to a job. It feels like you want to be there. That's why I was going to mention this. This is what my whole show was going to be about. And unfortunately, I totally forgot. And I was like, okay, wait, I still got this on just as background, something to look at. And my friend, not Todd, my one friend picks on me all the time that, you know, oh, you know, whatever, you like watching these kid shows. It's like, because they're entertaining. I mean, I'm not doing it. Most people's minds just go right down to the lowest common denominator and don't think any higher. And they don't care. They're going to think I think the same way. Well, just because you think that I think that way doesn't mean that is the case. That is not the truth. But, you know, this would be like if I had my dream come true, if I could get a job, move out to L.A., because that's unfortunately where everything is done. It used to be done on the East Coast as well with Nickelodeon, which, by the way, I mentioned this a million times, but Nickelodeon was owned by, maybe still is, was owned by the same people who make the MTV production shows, which that was actually done in New York, in Florida, but they moved all of the MTV studios and Nickelodeon, everything out to the West Coast to L.A., or, you know, basically Burbank, Los Angeles, you name it. But that was actually, that was both an East Coast, West Coast company. Now it is strictly all West Coast. So is obviously Disney. So the thing is, once you get yourself into one of those production companies, you know, working on kid shows, you're basically set for life. Because a lot of these adults, numerous ones, have done other productions now too, other shows. So that being said, I mean, it's a no-brainer. Why would I want to do something that's just going to make me miserable, which I am right now, having a job like that? If they offer me, hey, you can get a job, you could be a parental figure. This one woman, she went from being a parent, a single parent mom, to now being a camp counselor, a single woman camp counselor on some new Disney show. And, you know, and she's really funny. She was really funny, this one actress, I can't remember her name, I'm jumping around, that was on Nickelodeon. Now she's working for Disney. And I guarantee you, my guess is as long as this show does well, it was some spin-off show, by the way, because it was a show called Jessie. And the actress who played Jessie, she basically, I guess she no longer wanted to do the part. I don't know why, she decided, like, I'm done doing it. So she basically left a bunch of cast and crew members without a job now. Mostly she was playing, this actress was playing a nanny, taking care of these kids. So the kids actually, they gave them a brand new show, where they're at some type of like summer camp thing is what the basis of this new show is. And this lady that worked as an actress on Nickelodeon now was able to land a job on that show. I'm being very vague, but the bottom line is, hey, who wouldn't like a thing like that? And for me, honestly, you're probably asking, why do you want to work with a bunch of kids? Well, very simply because at least the acting level would be something that I would be more comfortable with. Because for me to play on a regular show where I hate to say it, that involves any, intimacy, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm sorry. So the nice thing about working on a kids show, even as a mother or a father or anything else, you know that the shows aren't going to show anybody making out with somebody else, which I wouldn't be able to do, more or less that my acting is just horrendous. So, if you really want to know the true reason is like, it's just because you don't have to worry about the whole intimacy thing on a kids show because it doesn't get that serious. It's a fucking kids network. And the acting is a lot more on a simpler basis, and it just seems like plain freaking fun. Of course, these kids are very, very, very talented, though. I don't think I'm as talented as they are, but it's at a level that I can actually be feeling comfortable if I actually got into a production doing something I really like doing. This would be something I'd be able to actually handle without, feeling that, hey, this is overwhelming and I just feel really ridiculous. And I am not very comfortable. I'm more of a person who does not feel comfortable with that whole intimacy thing. And even when I was doing taking classes, like very simple acting classes, I had a hard time with that. If that would come up, which it did on occasion, and I just, even on the most simplest level, I just had a really difficult time. And I hate to say it, production companies like Disney, it never gets that serious. So that's perfect for iWalter, and that's why I also do, I think, pretty well on doing, which is totally different, radio shows, because there is definitely no intimacy on being shown or heard on a freaking radio show. So that's my level of, where my comfort level is. It doesn't go beyond that. I can't show any type of affection on a broadcasted show that is either radio or, TV or movie or whatever. That's not Walter. So anyway, I just had to kind of go back with that. Once again, I might try to use Audacity again, maybe tomorrow, since this computer, and see how it handles that. If I do any interviews with people, the last thing that I will be able to handle is my computer on a continuous basis, just basically shutting down on me like it has been. So anyway, folks, I just wanted to add this little segment onto my show. I apologize for the main part of the show tonight. It did shut down quite a few times, which was something that I just can't handle as a technical issue. Bottom line is, I just hope you enjoy what I try to do, and I will continue to try to do my best on trying to keep people entertained. That's all my objective is not to give you information, because most of the stuff I talk about is just nonsense anyway, and I do that for a reason. Hey, a friend of mine, actually, and then I'll let you go once again, folks, ran in the same situation I did in my neck of the woods, our neck of the woods back in Philly, or outskirts of Philly, where he saw a really bad car accident tonight, where he said the car was, one car was flipped on its rooftop, and another car was flipped on its side, And he said that every single window in both one of the cars, maybe both, was completely shattered out, which means it was a very bad car accident, which I said, I appreciate you telling me that, because I was actually thinking of going up to this Rio Grande to do some looking around at the shopping center up past outside of Cape, and it's technically part of Cape May, but it's outside of the main part of most people would know around here as Cape May. And with the heavy fog, the rain, and I even mentioned to a friend there was a girl who got killed in the Rio Grande just about 2 weeks ago. Her body was found. It was probably like his phone call saved me, or at least made me feel better that I honestly did not go over to the Rio Grande tonight, even just to look at the Walmart, Kmart shopping center and the movie theater that's over there. So, folks, I'm going to be signing off. I do hope you enjoy what I do. Like I say, I know I get pretty redundant on saying that. But Merry Christmas once again, and I think this was the last part that I wanted to mention. And I was going to wait till tomorrow on if I do a radio show, but it was like, you know what, I'll forget by tomorrow, so I'll just put it on and just pray to God that people hear what I had added as an extension to my show. Maybe I'll even just do this as a separate segment. And I'll just call this one the Disney segment. So, and obviously this will only be like a 15-minute short. So, once again, folks, thank you if you do listen. Get other people to listen. I think there was another country actually that did get out on recently. For me, anything over a percentage point is excellent. I actually got 2% from another country that was listening to me. Hey, anyone who listens to me, I appreciate it. So thank you so much. Merry Christmas. I am signing off again. So you will see 2 shows, and I'll just put this as things I forgot to mention, whatever. So thanks again. Signing off. And this is iWalter. So thanks a lot. I'm sorry, I get kicks. I'm like watching the background. Is that the background or foreground? I forget how you say it. But on the side, I'm watching, as I'm doing my show, these ridiculous, goofy shows on Disney. They are very cute, but I do love them, and I love to work for them. I don't care if I'm a parent or some perpetual adolescent adult for one of their shows. I wouldn't care. I tell you, I would definitely have a blast, and it would not seem like work to me. That would be my dream job, honestly. So, folks, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, and I am signing off again. So, thanks again. This is iWalter.